Hey guys, it's Amber, and today I'm going to share with you a 9x12 travel album that I did for a cruise I took back in 2015. So we went with a group of people, and we went to the British Virgin Islands, and I think maybe a US Virgin Island as well. So I have this really fun paper here. It's pretty old. I can't tell you who it is made by anymore. It might actually be Basic Gray, but I took some Alley Digital word art and cut it out with a silhouette. So I have cruise. I took some handwritten font that looked like hers and wrote out 2015, and then I created a little geotag here. So the island that we were on is not pictured on here, but it was there. So the basics where we were. So one of the reasons I chose to do a 9x12 album for this one is because I have a lot of 8.5 by 11 pages here from the cruise line. Like, you get a little flyer every day showing what's going to happen. And I also, while I had a lot of photos, like I didn't have a ton of ephemera, so I kept it kind of smaller and more condensed and just kind of did the basic highlights of everything. So there's a lot of Project Life cards in here, some Scrap Your Trip products, and then some like cruise, boat, sailing themed kind of stuff. So I have this paper here as well, which I love, and I have a 6x12 insert as like my intro page after that. So showing that we started in St. Martin, it's 2015. I had some letter stickers to this banner here. These sets of cards are available for like tons of locations, with like the map and some details, and I get them from scrapyourtrip.com. So I have a St. Martin card, time spent in St. Martin, so I picked like some things, added a little brad here for interest, a selfie of us on the plane, and a little letter sticker that says, let the journey begin. So on the back here I have our plane tickets on some basic gray paper. This is actually the back of this card. So it was like a 12x12 sheet of cards you could cut up, and then St. Martin information, our arrival and departure date, and then just our baggage tag stapled on there. So I have in the 9x12 inserts the paperwork from each day. So it's kind of like a daily divider. Some days I have a paper backer, some days I don't, just kind of depended. Here I have another one with a Heidi Swap wood piece. This is a venture. So I kind of really enjoyed having like the full sheet pattern papers in here. These were our passenger tickets and travel documents from before we even started on the cruise, that everything was sent to us. This was a piece of paper I punched out and added like a little shell brad here. There's a couple of these throughout the album. So I just kind of thought it was fun to line these all up with our details and information. This was a printout of the deck plan of the windsurf that we were on. So here we are starting on in St. Martin, and I have some journaling detailing how we got there and where we started and everything. This was our first view of the ship. And then at sunset is when we actually took off. Here I have our room key cards, and then a picture of our room with like our bags inside, so we hadn't really messed it up yet. Picture of the bathroom, our itinerary was cut down, and then just like a little, these are simple stories cards. On the back here, this was our first night at dinner. I thought this card was cute from Kelly Perky. It says, first we eat, then we do everything else. So just some pictures of us, excited first day. Here we have the next day's paper, and the shore excursion options are all stapled in here. So I didn't put a paper backer in there. Didn't really feel like I needed it. So my design formula for this one is, each day is separated with the paperwork, and then I also did some digital word art from Ali Edwards that says destination, and then I picked this font that kind of looked Caribbean-y, islandy, and I put the place where we were. And one of the reasons I did this, I really enjoyed seeing how much the water changed in different places. So here we were in Antigua, and we went on a stingray excursion. So we went snorkeling and did the stingrays. Here's our tickets from that. These are all 4x4s and 3x4s. This is a We Are Memories Keeper 8.5 by 11 sheet. So it's a little bit smaller, but it gave me an option to use different photo sizes, partly because of the way they were taken, and I could crop them a little bit wider than a 3x4. So I love playing with all these bright colors. Just some pictures from around the island. I have a Heidi Swap puppy word here. This is a 12 by 12 that I cut down. It would normally have 2 more 4 by 6s. So this is like a pamphlet from Stingray City that I cut up and included next to these. And then you can read the back, and just filler paper, just, you know, some fun bright colors. So lounging on the deck, picture of the water. This is like a little Brad on here, and then some pictures of the sunset. Here's our next day. And this was our day at sea, so just some pictures from around the boat, but it was like a beautiful day. And we floated past all these islands, like St. Kitts and St. Lucia. It was neat because we could see them as we were going by. So some more filler cards, a little bit of journaling. It's a really simple day. Because we were booked through a large group in the Use American Express, we had like a special dinner, happy hour kind of thing with our group. Here we are, we're at dinner. Here's our next day. And we went to Tortola. And we went snorkeling again. So here we are. I really had fun trying to play with like my camera on the water level, like trying to catch the waves as they went by so you could see the land but also see the water. My boyfriend playing with his GoPro. This little pattern paper here is really old, but it has like little copper metallic fish on it. I thought that was cute. I wrote Tortola in the sand, did some journaling. Here's a picture of some more fish with our underwater camera. Driving around on the island. This pattern paper reminded me a lot of this scene, so I thought that was really cool. There's some Heidi Swap cards, just some more scenic shots. The boat, getting dressed up for dinner that night, and some pictures of the food and the sunset. And the next day. So you see I'm just really hitting like the basic highlights of this. I'm not really going into tons of detail, just trying to show pretty pictures. So here we are at Jost Van Dyke. The water was really, this color was stunning. So I had fun playing with those teal colors. There's my boyfriend down there on the beach. We just went swimming. We didn't snorkel in this one. I wrote in the sand again. Tried to take some cool up close photos. It was just really refreshing, really pretty. We went to Foxy's and had lunch. One of like the famous restaurants on the island. And then the next day we went to Virgin Gorda. This was one of my favorite spots. The water was gorgeous and clear. We went snorkeling again. We went to the baths. Here we went, we were on a tour around the island on like a bus, and this is like our ship in the background here. So like just some close-ups of flowers and overviewing everything. So here are the baths. These really cool rock formations, and you can like wander through them. So that was really neat. Here we had like a special lunch on their private island area. I don't think it was a whole island, but like an area of the island where the crew had like volleyball set up and special lunches and desserts. These are like surfboard cookies, and it was just fun. Big inflatable slide going into the ocean. Next day we were on St. Barth, so I have a really large map here that's actually folded in half. I loved this day. It was really hot, but it was beautiful. We had fun wandering around, taking pictures of everything. We were trying to find a spot in the shade because it was really, really hot that day. But we happened to come across their art museum, and they were having a Jasper Johns exhibit. And he's like one of my favorite artists. I actually studied him in high school, wrote reports about him, loved his art, so that was a really fun find. So we wandered through the art museum, went to get some French macaroons because St. Barth is a French island. This is like actually a little like menu book that's folded up and stuck on there. Here's a map that I attached to the 6x12 insert. And some photos. So this is a 4x6 and then a 4x4. We went back to the ship for lunch. I really enjoyed playing a lot with the 6x12 inserts. Like I could have done it, you know, in a normal book of 12x12, but because it's a 9x12, you have to kind of be more creative with your page protectors. So here is a map of St. Martin and like where we were, and this was actually a hotel once we left the cruise ship, so showing what rooms we were in and where we could find things. So we got this really cool hotel with like 7 pools and hot tubs, and we ended up falling asleep. So I have a funny story here. Like, we meant to take like a 2-hour nap and took like a 7-hour nap. So we went out for dinner, and that's why there are almost no more photos from this day. So our plane tickets home. I actually didn't finish this page. I think I meant to write some journaling on the back of this postcard here to finish it off that was on the cruise ship. And then I have like a map of St. Martin here tucked into a page, and then this was like our booklet with our tickets, and there's some stuff that's still inside here, so I just slipped it in and had room at the back of the album for it to fit, which is awesome. So hopefully it's a simple, easy way to show you how, like, there's almost no embellishments on here. It's one of the first travel albums I ever made. Just had fun picking product that went with my themes and my photos for the day. Kept it really, really simple, easy, and it was quite doable. So hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks so much.